Hey guys, welcome to the fourth episode of our podcast, After the Bell. Why don't you say?
How are we doing, you guys? It's been 1 week.
Little check-in.
Yeah, check in.
Good. We all had a math test this week, which was
my gosh!
amazing. We love that for us.
I didn't multiply by 3.
Okay, it's okay. She's caught up on one question. Okay, today we are gonna transition a little bit from school to more of a kind of girls talk. Yes, we will be your
girl talk.
We'll
Actually,
be your friends.
It doesn't even have to be girl talk. Just like boys can listen on to this too.
Honestly,
it can be very knowledgeable.
Yeah. So, the first question that I have here is, what is your stance on dating in high school?
Okay, I'll go first. So definitely, I agree with how people should date in high school, like before college. Like, I think people should at least date once before college, because college, in my opinion, I feel like college is more like you're actually getting into your 20s, like, and you start to get like really serious into relationships. But if you don't have experience before that, it would be kind of hard to like actually get into a relationship,
Yeah.
a deep relationship, let's say marriage or like those stuff. So you don't get to see the world a lot, I would say. But also, dating in high school, we can't like think it's perfect because we're so young. Like financially,
Yeah.
we won't be like perfect or like mentally maturity and those. Yeah. What do you
Okay.
think?
Ada?
Okay, I go along the same lines as Esther, where I think that I've been told by parents, by aunts and uncles, and my older brothers that high school or before college for dating is like the place to figure out what what love means to you and what kind of love you want in your future. And I think also like no matter what people say, love is trial and error. And to find that before you start settling down is very important. So you don't kind of like make mistakes. And also, we're all in high school and we're all going through this at the same time. So we're not going to be perfect. We're not going to give
Yeah.
perfect advice. But I think just starting this conversation maybe earlier on can be more knowledgeable. I think also there is a lot of limitations and restrictions for dating, like a little bit younger, just because, safety out there. But also, people who are handling in high school are handling a lot of academic pressures as well, as we are in a country where the academic pressure is really high. And so understanding that your significant other, understanding that your boyfriend or girlfriend is going to prioritize maybe academics or family or other things higher than you is, I feel like, a little bit normal, just because we are still high schoolers. We have a life, and I don't think high school relationships should also be like 24 hours, 24/7, like people. But I don't know. How about you?
Okay. I think, well, for me growing up, my whole family was very like against dating. Like my family, like my parents had like a rule that was like you cannot date like ever like until college. I don't think that I necessarily agree with that, because I think I agree with them with the fact that like I think that high school dating can give you a lot of like experience that can help you in college. Because I know that a lot of people that don't date in high school, they get into their first relationship in college and it goes really poorly because they don't have a standard. That's, in my opinion, I think high school dating, it sets your standard for what you are looking for and what's like what you should like expect from a partner. But also, I do think that it's fine if you don't. I think that dating like in high school is really like emphasized and like over romanticized. We're like Loki, yes. Like I feel like people are like, oh, like I'm not dating anyone and I'm in high school, like everyone's dating someone.
Yeah.
It's not like as good as it looks most of the time, you know? So it's like don't like force it, but if it happens, I think it's a good experience.
Yeah, and wait. Adding on to that, I think high school is all about experiences. And obviously, like from every relation you have, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, you're obviously going to learn something that will benefit your life in the future. So maybe thinking, yeah, okay, I don't know what to say, but like, don't go behind your parents' backs. Like,
Oh,
we're not
my
encouraging
bad.
that.
I'm not condoning
no,
that.
No, that. Yeah, but we're also saying like, it's about experiences, and you take that definition to however far you want. But I think high school is full of experiences, and it is really fun when you're surrounded with people you love and that love you.
Okay. Are you going to be strict on your kids when it comes to dating? in the future?
Okay, I'll start first. Definitely before they're like turning to adults, I'll definitely give them suggestions and definitely like pretty strict. I would say I'm a pretty strict mom. And and definitely I want to teach them to be like responsible and not only in relationship but also academically because I believe it's pretty hard to balance like relationship and academics. But I also encourage them to like learn how to do that before college. And I would be strict and I would like I don't want them to not know the consequences after they do something wrong in that relationship. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Aja.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Choose
you know.
crunching.
Okay. I would say that growing up with strict parents, I would say that I don't want to be too strict because in my experience, not only in my life but like also what I've heard is a lot of times no. Yeah, a lot of times like the stricter you are, the more they're going to want to rebel. And like also if like they get themselves into a dangerous situation, they're not going to feel ready to like call you and be like, "Hey, can you help me?" And like that could put your kid at danger. So I think that there should be definitely like talks about like, "Hey, like be safe, like be careful," but I don't want to be too strict on them because, what happens happens.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I want to be able to teach my kids later on and my husband or my significant other like what standards are. Like I want to make sure that my daughters are not chasing someone like they're the ones, like I want to have very open conversations with them. So not being that strict on them. But at the same time, we're going to get there and maybe our like opinions will change because we might get
Yeah, that's we're
protected.
kids right now, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I want to have a relationship with my kids where they can talk to me and we can have like little girl chats about their crushes and I think that would be fun. I just hope that we set some like standards like ground rules just to be all on the same page. But I might like become really overprotective and be like, no dating, no
Who knows?
boys, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's
On
my
a side
opinion.
note, I feel like that is a good incentive also to meet like a really good person to marry because Loki, your husband is gonna be the
A role
first
model.
man in their life,
Yeah.
and they're gonna set the standard for this is how men can treat you.
Or like we might set the standard for our sons, for like I hear a lot of times that boys find someone like their mother or girls find someone like their dad.
Like as parents, that's like I feel
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
one of your roles to like show them what true love can look like,
Yeah,
so they don't
everything
like
connects.
yeah they don't settle.
Hi, Ting.
Who are you saying this to?
No, for all of us,
To everyone.
Okay.
find good men.
Okay. Next is Esther mentioned this earlier. How do you balance friendship and dating, and I guess also school?
Yeah.
Esther, I feel like you're like the most expert on this.
No, as is the most busiest person, but then has the most time literally for us, our our friends, classmates. Like she'll be there for anybody with her like busiest schedule in the world. But anyways,
Okay, I don't think it's like a burden or something that I need to like, oh, how do I do this? How, like I just naturally like enjoy being with them and I don't think it's a burden. So like I just feel relaxed when I'm with you guys. So like I won't be like, "Oh my gosh, when do I have to plan to go out with them? Like when do I have to like keep this relationship stable and like everything?" Definitely friendship wise, it's
No problem.
no problem.
Yeah.
And was it also family, including family?
You can say family.
Family, it's more like we don't have a lot of like deep conversations. It's more like we're like always eating together and it's like the daily routine that we have, which kind of just it's just there. But without it, I can't. Like I can't. I would be homesick. But
How do you balance that with dating then?
relationship wise, this is a little bit difficult because definitely relationship wise, you'll have a lot of like higher standards. And I would say like definitely you have to sacrifice a little bit of your sleeping time because okay, I'm currently doing long distance and definitely you have to commit a lot in it and also you have to show love in a different way, I would
Yeah.
say. So you have to like just I think communicate is a very very important thing. Like let's say late night there's like a problem but you have to sleep but you just have to like spend a little bit of the time quickly solve it with your partner and then you have to go to sleep because like you can't sacrifice 6 hours of seven. Okay, 7 or 6 hours of sleep to like fully into this relationship, because it's just gonna like destroy how you study, like your academics,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna like be really like down and sad, and your friends are gonna notice that. Then
Yeah.
you're like, let's say your friends ask you what happened, and then you're like, oh, nothing, nothing. Then it's just gonna affect the whole cycle,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
And it's gonna
thing.
go back to your relationship
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it's
so.
gonna go back to your relationship. So I think the key is to like actually to solve it quickly and like don't go in a circle. That's what I've been trying to practice. It's definitely difficult because men and women, they have different mindsets.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk to your partners. Just don't, like, I don't know how to like say this, but then don't sacrifice everything into one basket. Like
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
don't
I
put
like that.
everything into that,
Yeah.
because it's definitely gonna go back to you. So yeah.
Balance. Okay. Next, Audra. How do you balance friendship and dating?
Okay. Well. Hi. Hi. Such a funny topic. Okay. For me, though, talking about all relations, boyfriends, girlfriends, best friends, cousins, family, I think you want to maximize your time with them when you have that time to like the fullest, you know? I think they're in different grades.
Yeah.
We don't always have classes together because of block scheduling, and I don't have like there's one like we have A day and B day, and I think either A day I don't see them at all until
Yeah.
lunch. But it's okay because at lunch we spend like our time together, and we talk and we hang out and we have fun, and like when we're with each other we do like 110% like we're with each other.
Yeah.
And I think if we don't see each other then for whatever, like it's okay because we have that. And also like online communication, social media has made it so much easier. I know like my parents always tell me, but I think, and then when you're at dinner, when you're talking with your mom, like put that 110% in it, so like it's lasts, until
Yeah.
the next time. And I think, yeah, and like when we're in class together for our math class, obviously we're studying, but at the same time we're all like having group
we're
discussions.
together,
We're
yeah.
together, and our break times we're together. And I think just making sure you maximize those times, but also realizing that, and then having time for yourself is very important. I was type of person who was always out because I was so extroverted, and I was just always going, oh, I'm so extroverted, I'm sorry. I'm so social that I was always with people, but sometimes you would get burnt out and you kind of just don't want to see anybody for a really long time. So also like balancing your time, study time, friends time, and sometimes it might hear overwhelming, but at the same time you're doing something maybe hopefully you enjoy in each of those moments,
Right.
so you don't really like studying. But I think that balance is so important to be able to do good things in the future, like having a clear mindset, because you hung out with your friends, now it's like you're working hard. And I think like my memo in life is like work hard, play hard, where you do whatever, like studying really hard, and then you get that chance with your friends, so you play really hard and then you go back. And I think that cycle for relationships, like making sure everyone's on the same page, but then also like maximizing those times with those friends.
I agree so much in this. Like if you're not like if you're gonna hang out with your friends and you're gonna just be on your phone,
Yeah.
like I personally I don't do that. Like
Yeah.
I really don't want to like kind of I feel like this is like disrespectful to them. So like I usually just like put my phone on the side. And like if there's something, I would be like, oh, let me check my message real quick, and then we'll just go back again. So
But there are times where us will be at like a sleepover.
Yeah.
I think there's this one time I remember, it was like
Wait, I remember. I think.
so we were like, it was right before one of our volleyball tournaments, and so we all had a sleepover at Esther's house, and then it was like it was like a big volleyball tournament next, so we were like, okay, let's sleep early. But then like I think before we slept, we were all on our phones, and it was just
I distinctly remember this. I was, no. It was really funny. We were all laying down on like the same like bed together.
Yeah, it
and
was,
then
like-
I was in the middle, and then I think Audra was on my left, Esther was on my right. On my right over here, I hear Esther calling somebody and be like, "Oh, I love you," blah blah blah. And then on my left, I see Audra texting away and be like, "Kee," and I'm just like, okay.
no, but it's like we can be in each other's presence, and like we can be together, but we might not always need to be talking. And maybe that's what you need with your friendships, but also just like, I mean, this works for some people, but maybe like you can incorporate sometimes your study and friendships. Like
Just
a
know what they want
Yeah,
to
just
do.
know what. Yeah. Like you don't want to maybe put that burden, but say Korea, where we are, has a lot of cafes, and a lot of people like to go study together. And when you all like lock in, like you in that flow state, you know.
Yeah, like
So.
you're in the flow state together.
Yeah. And I think even at like lunchtime when we're studying, like, but we're still there. We're still in
Yeah.
that conversation, you know. But anyways, how about you?
Yeah, I think actually I really resonate with what you said with like when you're there, be 100% present. I think it's so important, especially as a high school. It feels like you don't have enough time for everything, especially if you're juggling like studying, friendship, relationships, like family. Like there's so many things that I think that you need to really maximize on your time with each person. So yeah, when you're there, be fully there, and also because of how precious your time is, make your priorities straight. You know, like don't
Clock
waste your
that.
time on a relationship that isn't benefiting you or is not healthy. Yeah, so make sure that all the relationships that you have are healthy, that you want to be in all of those. Because if you're not and you're just wasting your time on that, you could have spent that time with like your friends that truly like have a healthy relationship with you instead of a certain friend or a certain person that is not like that relationship's not benefiting you in any way. Or in some cases it's like making it worse. So definitely like have your priorities straight and like don't waste your time on things.
Yeah, just like a little bit noted for that. I think when you have a boyfriend, when you have a girlfriend, when you have best friends, yeah, make sure that your priorities kind of align.
Yeah.
Because just adding a little bit more in depth, some people might say sports are their number one, and then academics are like their six, but then the other person might say that academics are really high, and it just causes a lot of conflict. And I think maybe you don't have to change that person, but you guys can encourage each other. But I think making sure your friend, your girlfriend, whatever, boy, like has the same priorities or close to the same, so you guys can be on the same page when you guys are busy.
Yeah, I think that's ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not, I think at the end of the day, just respect everyone's priorities.
Also, we're all in high
Your
school.
priority is not their priority, but
Yeah.
just like learn that that's what they want, that's what I want, and respect it. Next.
I agree.
Next question. Okay, this is more friendship related.
Yes, I think we're shifting more to the friendship side of schools, and also like we all come. Actually, never mind.
No, you're good. Okay, so basically, one of the things about this podcast is that we're all international students.
Yeah.
So we've all moved around. So with that in mind, how do you keep in contact with friends after you leave school or leave the country?
I think for just a little before we start, me and Esther, actually, you hang out with your previous school friends quite not quite often, but like, anyways.
What's happening? Yeah.
I forgot the question.
Oh, okay. How do you keep in contact?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so I've realized this in international school. People come and go.
A lot.
Really, really
A lot.
quickly.
Teachers, friends, everyone.
Yeah, teachers, friends.
So sad.
Yeah, everyone. And obviously, I feel really sad. Like let's say before we have a friend group of 4, and then we were like really close together, and that friend group was like really like peaceful
Yeah.
and everything, and it was just perfect. Like everyone was just like calm and like we were just having fun, just peaceful. But then like because our school is a Christian school, so one of our friend is a missionary kid, so she has to leave.
She left.
Yeah, she left. And definitely it was really sad. And I also accepted the fact that we might not be able to like communicate all the time. But then like once in a month or like, in like 2 weeks, we could just like text a message, "Oh, how are you doing?" Like even though you're really, really busy, you can still wait for the replies in like
Yeah.
like even though there's like time differences or everything. Just leave a text. Social media helped us a lot.
Yeah, don't be afraid to like be the person who texts.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays people want to be so nonchalant. They're like, oh, like they didn't text me, so why?
Yeah.
Like no, like sometimes like you have to be the one to like put your foot forward, be like, hi, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Even if it feels like, oh, they might think I'm like kind of weird, but like no, like honestly, every time I receive that kind of text, I'm like so like, oh, like
Yeah.
it feels so really good.
Actually, we will get that until later. This is our part 1 of this episode
Oh.
because we're gonna make a part 2 just because I think this topic is very long. But we will see you in part 2, you guys.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Subscribe. Comment.
Follow.
Follow our Instagram. We will
next time.
try to post something.
Yeah. We'll see you guys. Bye.